This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2023 Flagstaff Classic fifth wheel travel trailer. The model number is 8529 CLBS. So this is not a floor plan video, this is a how-to video. So I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work, okay? So you have two power awnings with LED strips, one on the slide here and the other one on the side of the trailer. Alright. You have a TV hookup here, so you got a bracket to mount a TV, plus you have a signal out here and then power. You have outside speakers, of course. You have a grill rail, and you get a griddle with this one. It hangs right on the rail, and then there's a rubber LP line that plugs in. Let's see here, let me get a better view here. Plugs in right there if you can see it. So you have to plug it in to get gas to it, of course. You have a leveling system, a 4-point leveling system. The controller inside and the controller outside of the trailer. I'll show you the controllers when we get to them. The first one will be on the outdoor side. So this is your water heater here. The switches to control it are inside the trailer. You can run it on gas or you can run it on electricity. There's an electric heating element behind here. So keep in mind that if you drain it, always refill it before you turn it on. You don't want to run it without water in it. Right here is an 1/16 6-point hex here. So you need an 1/16 6-point socket to remove this. That's the drain plug. So keep that in mind. It's under pressure, so relieve the pressure before you undo that plug, and never work on it when there's hot water in it. Always let it cool down first. I'll show you the switches when we get inside the trailer. All you have to do is do this with one hand here. I don't know if I can. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. So basement storage, pass through. So this is your griddle we talked about, right? There's the LP line right there in the brackets. This is a utility table that'll hang next to it on the rail. You have a 3/4 inch crank here. All the way to the other side you can see there's a power inverter. So it inverts power, meaning it'll invert 12 volt DC from the batteries and turn it into 110 AC. This inverter, I'm sure, powers your refrigerator. So I haven't looked at it, but I'll tell you when we get inside. I'll correct myself if I need to. Your dump hose, that sort of thing. You got a water filter canister over there. It comes with a water filter and a wrench for the canister. If you use the water filter, you have to change it every season. So battery storage here. This is a kill switch. Keep that in mind. Right now it's on, but you can shut everything off there. Two 30-pound LP tanks full. This is the controller for your. Clean it up a little bit. It is the control. I'm sorry. That's the controller for your leveling system. So basically, there's two commands you're going to be interested in. Auto level. So after you unhitch your trailer, you pull your tow vehicle away, then you'll push auto level, and it'll level the trailer. It also remembers the last hitch height. So when you're getting ready to leave, you can scroll down one here to automatic hitch height. Push enter to begin, and then you push enter, and it'll return the trailer to the same position it was before you auto leveled it. Okay. Now there are more commands. You can operate the jacks independently of each other. There's even a command to retract all, but remember, if you retract all, it's going to nosedive the trailer. It won't hurt anything unless you have something underneath the nose here. So the commands you want to use are auto level and auto hitch height. Those are the two most common. You can't go wrong with those. So okay, here's a better view of your inverter, and there's your canister for your water filter. Is just a dump hose here. This is your water station here. So basically your hose hooks up here. All the To configure it, you're going to use these 4 valves here, and you've got 5 different diagrams. City water is the most common way, right? You hook the hose onto here and you're all set, ready to go. So you can see for city water it would be set like that. You can see that set right that way. Now if you're camping someplace without city water, you can use power tank fill and pre-fill your tank, and then you can use the dry camping mode to pump water out of the tank. So everything will work as though you have city water. You just be pumping it from the tank. You can winterize and sanitize. So you just select what you need. This is a water pump switch. There's also one inside the trailer, and this is your black tank flush right here. Like it says on the sticker right below it, if you're gonna flush your black tank, make sure the valves are open. Never turn on the water if the valve's closed. Too much pressure will build up. So always have the valve open, and then hook up your hose and turn it on. It'll spray out the inside of your black tank, clean off the sensors, that sort of thing. Okay? There's a second way to fill the city water right here. Okay? So 2 ways. Let me see if I can get by here without making a mess here. Okay. Alright. So, your second gray tank dump is here. You got 2 gray tanks and 1 black. This is underneath the sink storage. That is the range hood vent. So if you want to vent to the outside, make sure you get on a ladder and pop the baffle free so it flaps freely. If it's shut, you won't vent to the outside. So you always want to make sure you you open that baffle. Okay. More storage here. This is your actual 50 amp shore cord right here. We also give you a reducer to reduce it down to a 30 amp and then down to a 20. We're just using our shop cord right here because we're away from the building. Okay. Keep going. You have this housing tells us it's pre-wired for a Furrion backup camera kit. So if you're interested, we sell them here. We can install it if you choose. You can get it elsewhere, but it's pre-wired for the Furrion backup camera kit. Also, you have a ladder, which is great. It tells you, or it makes it easy to access the roof. You have to inspect your roof every 60 to 90 days per manufacturer. So you're looking for cracking or separation at the sealant. You're looking for damage to the roofing material or the roofing attachments by, let's say, low branches or that sort of thing. You can't see what's happening on the roof unless somebody goes up there, so it should be part of your maintenance routine. Okay, you're just protecting your investment. So that's important. This is that sprayer that you saw in the water dock area. You can plug that in right there and spray. Okay, and then we're back where we started from. So we'll look through the inside now. So this inverts power, meaning it goes from DC to AC, and it converts power going from AC to DC. It also has a solar panel. We'll show you that stuff right here. First, I'll start off with some. Whoa! Does you know I'm working in here? He's going to move the trailer, and I'm doing a video right now. So this is your control panel right here. There is an app for this if you're interested to use the app. There's also, this is your solar controller, so there's an app for this also if you're interested. But anyway, connect here is how you'd connect to the app. This, where it says Wi-Fi booster, that's the Wi-Fi Ranger. It's a digital, it's a signal booster that goes on it's on your roof, the antenna's on your roof in a router. So basically, it just improves the quality of public Wi-Fi. So if you look at this little sticker here, there's 3 lines. The first one says 1010 4326. That's your Wi-Fi Ranger. So when you look in yours and your family's phones or tablets, you'll see in the Wi-Fi section you'll see 1010 4326. That's you or them. So you'll want to make up a password so while it's seeking out Wi-Fi, it'll log on automatically, right? It's just logging on to the Wi-Fi Ranger's router. If you go to the bottom control panel, it says you type this address into a browser. It'll take you to a page and ask you for a password. The temporary password is Change Me Now 4326. That'll get you on the page for the router. You'll be able to see everything that the Wi-Fi Ranger sees, right? You can change and make up your own password after that, but you'll select campground Wi-Fi or whatever you're selecting and click onto it, add a passcode if they give you one, and you're just going to have a much better signal, and you're gonna also like I said, all the phones and tablets will attach to the Wi-Fi Ranger's router, and then that Wi-Fi Ranger router through the antenna will attach to the public Wi-Fi. Hopefully I made sense with that. So it's a really good signal booster. Your water heater on gas is right here. Electric is right here. Never run it without water in it. Your water pump is right here. You use that pump to pump water out of the fresh water tank if you don't have city water. It's also used to winterize the trailer. Okay. You have tank heaters, which are heating pads on all the tanks to extend your camping season. They turn on here. Your 2 awnings operating switches here, and your 3 slides are here. This is telling you that there is a you can scan this code, but this also comes with a tire monitor that you can program if you choose. I'll show you that when we get to it. Okay. So as we come up here, there's a solar panel on the roof. So first of all, let me just set this correctly here. Just take me a second. It says AGM now, but we have flooded batteries. So take it one more. So we're going from AGM to flooded, and get it to lock in place there. Okay. So right now it's telling us. Let me bring this around. First of all, the only button you have to worry about is the B button, which is basically for your batteries. I'm not having any luck here. Let me do this once again. I'm sorry. Bear with me. There we go. So now we've got it. Okay. So you push B. That's the only one you have to worry about during this procedure here. So I'm going to bring it around. Right now there's 13.8 volts in the system, in the DC volts in the system, right? You punch it again, and we're gaining 1.6 amps from the sun and storing it into your battery, right? So you're gaining 1.6 amps. You push B again, 100% charged. Push it again. Right now you have 108 amp hours of storage in your battery, okay? And then you punch again, and it's back to the voltage. So you get 4 screens, and it gives you all the information you need on those 4 screens. Now, if this starts flashing FUL and the buttons won't work, it's not broke. It's telling you that the batteries are totally charged. There's no more room for storage, so it shut the panel off. As soon as the amperage in the batteries drop, it'll go back to these 4 screens again, and it'll work. But if it's FUL flashing and the buttons won't respond, you just wait till you use a little DC power, and then it'll go back to normal. Okay. This is just for your ceiling fan. This is your thermostat. It's self-evident. 2 speaker zone or two zones, and you can access heating and cooling, fan, everything you need right from here. Okay. All right. Let me go this way. Your recliners are powered, so each one has some switches, and it has your ripcord right there. These are hide-a-beds here. So you pull the back cushions off, right? Then you're going to grab it there, unfold it, drop the legs, and you have a foam hide-a-bed. This is the same thing over here, I'm sure. Yep, so you pull the back cushions off and set them aside, and this one folds out too. You can also drop this table down by pushing this yellow button to the right. It'll unlock it, and then you collapse the table base at the hinges until it sits on these cleats here. And then you should always travel like that, by the way. You want to travel with the table up, because you can potentially break a window or something, because you hit a bump just the right. It can be the table could go airborne for a second. So you should always travel with it in the down position, but you can turn this into a bed also. So if I use the back cushions, it becomes another bed. So you have 3 places to sleep in this room alone. While I'm standing here, this is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It should always be green. If it's not green, get it serviced. Okay. So let me look around a bit here so I get this correct. Okay. Let me see what we have here. Just want to read and understand what type of refrigerator we have here. Yeah. So this is a 12-volt DC refrigerator. So the inverter does not just power the refrigerator. On a lot of them it does. This one has a 12-volt refrigerator, so it does not run on 110 AC. Pantry. Microwave works like any other microwave. It has the vent. Remember I showed you the vent on the outside and told you you need to open the open the baffle so it flaps freely if you're going to use the fan in here. It also has a light. I don't know if he's got the gas turned on, so I might just talk you through this if I can't, rather than go turn on the gas. So you have these 3 knobs in the middle, which are for the burners. This one on the left is the sparker. You turn it clockwise to spark. This is for your oven. Yeah, so the gas is on, so it's that simple. When it comes to your oven, there's a pilot light under here all the way to the back. So you're just going to go to picture the pilot light, then you depress it. You keep it depressed while you're lighting it. You light it. After the flame lights, you hold it. You're still holding this in, so you hold it in for another 10 or 15 seconds to heat up the thermocouple. Then you go to whatever operating temperature you want. When you shut it off, the flame goes out, but so does the pilot light. So you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. You have 2 different lights here. Always travel with this in the closed position. Okay, let me see where he's got the stuff stored here. I got to look around a bit here. I have to find this. Okay, so these are your 3 remotes, and this is the Max Air remote here. You can mount it on the wall or do whatever you want to do with it. But it's the remote. This is the remote control for that fan up there. It controls the lid, opens and closes, is powered, and the fan speed and all that. So that's done from here. Okay. This is the fireplace remote. This one here is for the sound bar, and then this one here is for the TV. This is the controller for your tire monitor. If you're interested, you can read about it. You can program it. There are basically on each one of your wheels, there's a sensor that's installed, and the sensor is directly across the wheel from the stem of the tire. So that's how you know where it's at. And you can program it, and it'll tell you the temperature of the hub. It'll tell you the tire pressure, that sort of thing. Okay. Alrighty, so let's move. These are your keys hanging right here. Let's move this way. The floor's a little slick. I don't know what they just cleaned it, so I don't know if it's a little wet or what. But okay, so sink and shower. Now this is an eco device here. This is a shower miser. What it does is recirculates the water around in a loop. So when you're heating up the hot water, let's say like that, there's the notch there. Instead of the hot water, perfectly good water going down the drain, you're wasting good water. In a lot of places they have drought, so you can't do that. And also you're wasting storage in the gray tank. This just keeps circulating water in a loop from here to the water heater to the water pump, around and around and around. And when this changes color, it'll turn like a beigeish color. You'll see it plain as day. You'll know that the water's hot. Then you can put it back to the normal position and use it as a shower. So you can just heat up the water without wasting any. Okay? This is another remote for this fan here. Okay? GFCI. Just remember, all the plugs in the trailer are wired through a GFCI. So if you're using a plug outside and it pops, you're going to reset it in here. The toilet, like any RV trailer toilet, it sits right over a black tank. So you want to put a dose of chemical in here. Then you'll stand on the pedal and stand on long enough to put at least a gallon of water into the black tank along with the chemical. Then you're ready to use it. If you don't do that, if you use it dry, the smell will be terrible and it will get clogged up. So make sure a dose of chemical and at least a gallon of water. You have your emergency windows here, of course. This is a sensor for the HVAC system. This is your power converter right here. So we have an inverter, right, which inverts, goes from 12 DC to 110 AC. Well, this goes from 110 AC to 12 volt DC, as long as you're plugged in. So you have regular household type circuit breakers here, like you see at home. And those are 110 AC, and they're all labeled here. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC here. So you got 12 volt fuses, and they're all labeled, okay? It's also a battery tender, so it'll sense how much energy your batteries up front need, and it'll always send enough amps. As long as you're plugged in, it's going to send enough amps up there to keep them charged. So when you're plugged into shore power, this will charge your batteries. Of course, when you're going down the road, your tow vehicle will charge your batteries. And the solar panel is always charging depending on the conditions outside, the time of day, the weather, all that sort of thing. So, okay. Let me lift this up. I believe there's, yeah, so there's storage under here. Alrighty. This will be, always travel with these latched, otherwise they would tend to break. This is pre-plumbed for a washer-dryer combo, or if you wanted to remove some of these shelves, or you could also use a stackable, but this is mainly made for a washer-dryer combo, it looks like. You're going to have to have the shelves removed or modified to do it properly, I think. That's just from looking at it. We do that here also. Alright, and then we have more storage over here, okay? Second air conditioner. This is a 50 amp system because it has 2 air conditioners, so that's why it's a 50 amp system. Okay, so I think that covers it. You have plenty of literature to read that's in the packet. Plus, you can always, like when it comes to the Shower Miser or the Wi-Fi Ranger, you can always refer to the manufacturer's website and look at their information, their product videos, things like that, if you want to learn more. Also, when you come to pick up the trailer, we'll let you take as much time as you need, and we'll work with you as we need to. Okay. So remember, first of all, thanks for buying your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Second of all, remember to inspect your roof every 60 to 90 days. That should be part of your regular maintenance. And right now there's water in the system. No antifreeze. It's all been purged out, so you have water in the system. The water heater tank is full. The valves are in camping mode, so it's all set to go. If you drain the tank, the water heater tank, always refill it before you turn it on, okay? Thank you.